and this is not a secret, this team's offense goes through Derrick Henry. He is the offense here. I can tell you that a season ago, in this time of year, he was doing a lot of work off to the side, not as heavily involved as he has been so far in this training camp. He has taken a ton of reps. We know that he will not be taking any reps when it comes to preseason games, but he appears to be fully healed from that foot injury. And I can tell you, when you talked about this guy runs through people, he has not gotten any smaller, Andrew. He is still incredibly imposing. He is a monster. But again, this is a Titans team that is, as much as they say they want to take the workload off of this guy, this offense is Derrick Henry and what he can do. And you talked about the 9 games missed a season ago. What's incredible, this guy almost rushed for 1,000 yards last season. That's missing 9 games, 937 yards for Derrick Henry. So they can say, look, we want to cut back on his reps during the regular season, but when this season kicks off, look, the ball is going to be in Derrick Henry's hands. It needs to be in Derrick Henry's hands for a bevy of reasons. You know, there's some changes on the offensive line for this Titans team. There's 2 spots on that offensive line up for grabs, but Henry is back. That is their consistency. You mentioned the picks with Ryan Tannehill that go up when he is not on the field. He makes everyone around him better. They have drafted a running back, but this is Derrick Henry's team. Derrick Henry is healthy. He is involved, and they expect just as much out of him this year, Andrew, this year as they have every other season.
The stats are pretty jarring, Sean. 11 picks for Ryan Tannehill without Derrick Henry, whether he's injured or whether he's on the sideline. With Derrick Henry's on the field, the guy only threw 3 picks last year. I mean, it's night and day what he does to opposing defenses. Now he opens up everything else.
Yeah, well, it's obvious. You know, when he's not out there, you get different coverages, different defenses. You just showed a stat about stacking 8 in the box. Well, if you've got 8 guys in the box, that means there's only 3 other guys out there to defend the pass. So when Henry's not out there, obviously you're seeing a lot more too high safety looks. You're seeing different coverages. Things can get disguised more. So that, to me, that's a no-brainer. I feel like Ryan Tannehill with Derrick Henry on the field. Look, Tannehill has been one of the most productive play-action passers in the league the last couple of years. So that gets kind of lost on people because of how the season ended last year. But I think along with those stats and along with that, you know, the enforcement of his will that Derrick Henry brings to this offense, that really is the biggest factor. The identity of this offense, being tough. That's Mike Vrabel. That's his theme on defense. And I think Derrick Henry represents that on offense.
It's also where A.J. Brown was such a core part of the Titans' offense, which is if you got 8 men on the box, that means one of the most physical receivers in the NFL is probably getting one-on-one on the outside. So you take advantage of it. Can Treylon Burks, the first-round pick, who they drafted after or basically at the same time as they made the A.J. Brown trade, can he immediately step in and provide that type of presence?